Hello, this is a series on how to draw anime with the one and only Jeremy Willis, so stay tuned. Alright, now what we're going to do here on this part of the video is we're going to lower the opacity. Now if you're doing this on pencil and paper, you would have to sketch this out, you know. So yes, so now I lowered the opacity, and now we're going to go in and ink it basically. Alright, so we have black. Alright, and this is going to be the finished product, pretty much. A little bit more detail, I add a lot of detail in after I'm pretty much done. So a lot of detail I don't add into the very end. Okay, now here we go. For here, I'm going to take the face out a little bit wider than what it is. Now, you don't have to do that on yours. If you're happy where you have things, then just leave it alone. All right, so. Yep, I'll put a lot of detail into my ears of my characters. So and there. Okay, now you can start anywhere on this picture pretty much once you are sketching it. I mean, not sketching, I'm sorry. Once you are inking it, you can start pretty much anywhere on the picture you want, because you have everything you want pretty much done. And you don't have to start from the head or the foot. You can start anywhere, like I said. So now I'm going up to this. No, we're going to pretty much do this ear the same way. You know. Except I'm not going to connect it on this side to the face. Alright, and that is done. Okay, now we're going up. Alright, and I'm coming in a little bit. Just drawing it out as wide as I had it at first. Alright. We're going down with the neck. Now, since this is a shirt up under here, the band is going to rise up a little bit over the top of the skin. Now I'm adding this in later. I didn't add that into the sketch because I was just trying to show you how to get a sketch done. Alright, so I'm going to get a little bit more detailed now that I am doing the finished product. Okay. This is the headband. I sketch my lines even though it is the inking part of the drawing, just to get them thick. So yes, and yeah. This is a pretty fun part of the drawing, because you pretty much got everything you want done. So, yep, and I'm going to put the little detail into the scarf. The headband, I'm sorry. Scarf. Alright, and now I'm going into the eyes here. Okay, so keep in mind what I told you about the eyes earlier when we were drawing it. Try to center everything, but you pretty much got everything centered now that you went through the whole thing. So As you notice, I am not following the lines exactly of the sketch. So, you can add a little bit more eyelashes, or see how to add the little flare on the end? And I didn't necessarily add that in when I was doing a sketch. But now I see that it looks nice, so I'm gonna go with. Alright, and here we go. Alright. Now. Alright. So now I'm going top of the eye. I'm going to add the irises in. And the pupil. Yes, I'm going to add the the light reflection off the eye. A lot of people ask me, what are those in the corner of the eyes? I was like, that's where the light is hitting the eye, the iris at. So that is basically my light source, where my light source is coming from, and we can get more into light sources as I do shadowing. But right now, we're going to finish up this picture, and it looks like it's coming up pretty well. You know, so she goes, and I find just coloring her eyebrows now save me some time when it comes to coloring it, because since her hair is already black, just fill it in now. And nostrils, I don't draw a full nose. Now when I get to the shadowing, you'll see how I will solve that issue, and the nose will be there. Right now it looks like she has nothing but 2 dots, but the finished product will be different. Now don't get into too much of detail on the lips and things like that. You can also do the same with the coloring when it comes time to. I feel that the side might be a little bit not wide enough, so I'm gonna add extra on and erase the pieces or bits I don't want. Alright, there. I'm gonna take a look at it. There we go, that's what I wanted. Yep, and there we go. There we go, that's what I wanted. Alright, now for the hair, top of her hair, we have a lot more to go, people. But we'll try to make this as quick as possible. I love detail, 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 detail. Okay, now her hair. Now, I just find that just wiggliest lines you can make makes for a best fro. Now, depending on what kind of hairstyle you're doing, because I have done her with straight hair before, you use more of a straight line. Since she's African American, she has her curls and her hair is really tight, really tight. So, yeah. Alright, now we're getting down to her shoulders. Alright, so I might bring her shoulders out a little bit more and the side of her body out a little bit more farther. So instead of it being right here where you see this previous line, I'm gonna just cut down here. and go straight down to the hip. Now right here, okay, the fabric of her shirt is getting tight and the spandex part of it is bulging. This is how I draw my anime. So sketch up that like button and subscribe, and if you don't, then